What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. We got some major announcements coming here. Take a look here. This is going to affect tens of millions of Americans on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA veterans, and disability. Here we go. This is coming here now just in a matter of hours left here. Only a few days/hours left. Why October 12th is a big day for Social Security recipients. It's the announcements seniors have been waiting for. Also, I'm going to tell you here about Social Security has actually been overpaying billions of dollars to Americans and is now asking for or forcing people to pay it back to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars. And I'll show you a video here directly. And this is actually shocking a lot of people and forcing hardship on them. I'll show you that here in just a moment. It's actually very, very, I don't even know the words for it, but a lot of people are being affected by it. It's shocking, for lack of a better word here. All right, let's jump right in. Here we go. Thanks for liking and sharing these videos. And if you haven't yet, click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. I'll keep you up to date here with everything happening here in our country on a daily basis. Okay, so the reason October 12th is the big day for Social Security recipients, it's the final of the COLA cost of living CPI data that will be coming in. And seniors on Social Security were thrown a major bone at the start of 2023 with the COLA raise. Came in at 8.7%. That was the fourth largest raise ever for Social Security. And I can actually show you that here directly from the Social Security website. Since 1975, you can see here COLA, which stands for Cost of Living Adjustments. And the three largest before the one that happened, which was the 2022 raise, which went into effect in 2023. The three largest ever before that were 1979 at 9.9%, 1980 at 14.3%. Yeah, inflation back then was out of this world. So were interest rates, actually, if you know what interest rates were back then, double digits. And 1981, which is when I was born. I'm 42 years old. So yeah, you can see those were the three largest cost of living adjustments back then. And the fourth largest ever also was 2022, which went into effect in 2023, 8.7%. You can see all the other years here have actually been significantly down since then. What's also interesting here is that the year right before that, 2021, was, I believe it was very, very close to that. I think it was the next highest since then, since 1982 at the 5.9% since 2021. I don't believe we had a higher increase of 5.9 since 1982. Yeah. Also, what's interesting here is we actually had some years of zero or close to zero, which means there was no cost of living increase. You can see back here in 2015, a 0.0% increase, 2016, 0.3% increase, which just looking up who was president back then, Barack Obama was president back then from 2009 to 2017. Interesting. Yeah, so what's interesting here is that there are several years where there was 0.0%, 0.3%, which was the inflation for that year. A lot of years, 1%, 1.6%, 1.3%. Yeah. We're expected to get the inflation number here of somewhere around 3%. And I will update you here on that on the 12th. on the 12th. It'll be for everybody on Social Security or under the Social Security umbrella, SSI, SSDI, VA, RRB, survivors, and everybody for that here. You can see all these different, also 2009, 2010, all these different years. There was a 0.0% inflation or cost of living adjustment. So imagine if you were on Social Security and you got a 0% inflation increase for those years, or even 1% for those years as well. Wow, that would not be great, because I'm sure your rent went up a little bit, inflation went up a little bit, food prices went up. I mean, at least a little bit, right? At least a little bit. Yeah, so tune back into my YouTube channel here on the 12th, and I will keep you up to date here in one of those videos here on that day. Next up, Social Security has actually been overpaying a bunch of Americans here, and take a look at this shocking story.
The shock to a number of people getting Social Security benefits, told they have to give back thousands of dollars to the government because of overpayments. It's an investigation that involved our affiliate stations WSB and WFTV. And Alexis Christoforous is here now with more to explain. Alexis, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. In most of these cases, the recipient had no idea their payments were wrong. Now the Social Security Administration is asking them to pay back thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, even if it was the government's mistake. This morning, families across the country getting surprise bills from the federal government. According to the Inspector General's office, between $4 and $5 billion in overpayments get repaid each year, but more than $21 billion is still not recovered, and the government wants it back.
It's hard to actually heal and get better when you're constantly having to revisit the worst day of your life.
Former police officer Matt Cooper was shot between the eyes in 2018 while on duty responding to a shoplifting call. He and his wife, Kristen, tell our ABC affiliate WSB in Atlanta that his Social Security and workers' compensation payments are a big part of the family's monthly budget.
Every decision that we made for our family was based on the benefits that we were supposed to receive.
So the couple was stunned when they received a letter from the Social Security Administration demanding they pay back $30,000 because they say as they checked off the boxes and did everything right, the agency failed to correctly factor in Matt's workers' compensation in its calculation. Over in Orlando, Florida, Lori, who worked for the Postal Service until a back injury led her to file for disability and insurance benefits, told our ABC affiliate WFTV that she was sent a demand letter for $121,000. Concerned about what she could lose, Lori sold big assets like her house and car and removed money from her bank.
Like fugitives, that's what we live. So yeah, no money in my bank account for the first time in my life, and just because I didn't want them to reach in and grab it.
Former legal aid attorney Rebecca Vallis says understaffing and outdated technology means these cases could take years to settle.
We have an overpayment crisis on our hands, and it's low-income beneficiaries who are getting hardest hit.
As for the Coopers, their appeal has been denied. They're now asking for a waiver.
The system has definitely let us down, and we thought it was something that was going to protect us in a time of need.
So many families going through the same thing right now. The Social Security Administration providing this statement: while staffing losses and resource constraints have challenged our service delivery, our payment accuracy rates remain high. So what should you do if you get a surprise bill in the mail? Like the Coopers, you can appeal if you believe the overpayment was not your fault. If the amount creates too much hardship, you can request a waiver. And finally, a payment plan. Whit?
Wow, so incredibly frustrating for those families. Alexis, thank you.
Yeah, and apparently this is happening to who knows how many thousands of Americans. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I will keep you up to date here on all of this and everything else going on here in our country on a daily basis. Don't forget to like and share these videos. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. And click the bell icon after subscribing so you don't miss out on any new videos. Click here to see Americans could be dead and or held hostage in the new attack from Palestine on Israeli and US has declared support and will probably be drugged into the war. Or click here to watch my newest video next. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.